From the recessing economy to healthcare overhaul and state representatives dropping left and right, many are fed up with the federal government these days. But what's the real state of the union? We're joined right now by CNN's Candy Crowley in Washington. Candy, good afternoon to you. First and foremost, though, congratulations on your new gig. How does it feel?
It feels, it gets easier every week. It's a whole new thing going from sort of reporting, day in and day out and, out and about to actually being able to sit down and for an hour be able to interview people. So it's great fun and will be a work in progress, I think.
Sure thing. And now from your interviews, what have you seen? I mean, people are outraged with the government right now, and President Obama has high ratings. People like him personally. But where's the disconnect? I mean, people are kind of fed up with his policy right now. Will he be a one-term president? What are you thinking?
Well, I think at this point it's way too early for that. I think what they are focused on at the White House is the midterms, because when you consider right now that there is a Democrat-dominated House, Democrat-dominated Senate, and a Democrat in the White House, it is untenable for them to go to November, the November elections, all of the House is up for grabs, a third of the Senate, so many governorships across the country. The Democrats, being in the majority in Washington, cannot go to the polls and say, I know we're in charge in Washington, but we didn't get energy policy and we didn't get health care, and I know the unemployment rate is still high. They'll be punished at the polls for that. So that's where the White House is focused right now.
And here in Virginia, speaking of governorship, we have a Republican in the Democrats' position, Republican in the governor's position right now, which is pretty common when there's a Democrat and the president in the state. But then Governor McDonnell gives the rebuttal for the State of the Union. What does that say for him, and what do you anticipate for him in terms of higher office?
Well, I don't know about higher office, but I know that his star is very high now within the Republican Party. Look, it was huge when he won this. I mean, Virginia was a big blow for Republicans in 2008, and it really is something to now have a Republican back in power. And you can say, well, this is how the cycle goes, or this is how it always goes. But it was a needed victory for Republicans at the right time. He also is one of those Republicans that drew in independents. Those are the people who pulled him across the finish line. As we know, that's always the key to Virginia elections, with a growing sort of group of independents. But that's the model that Republicans want for Republicans across the country to use, because he was able to galvanize not just the Republican base, which isn't enough to win an election, but those independents and even some moderate Democrats. So he has set the template for them, and that is why they want him out there, because obviously he is also quite articulate. He's very attractive, and so this is a kind of candidate that they want to showcase for the Republican Party, because he's successful and appealing. And what could be wrong with that in a political candidate?
Absolutely. Something that we will continue to watch. Candy Crowley, anchor of CNN State of the Union, thank you very much for speaking with us this afternoon.
Thank you. Absolutely.